hailing from the United Kingdom, Lawrence Okolie on the show. Lawrence, are you there? There he goes.
Yes.
Can you turn that camera sideways just so the world can get a better look at you and know that we're talking to the WBO champion?
Hopefully that's all right.
There you go. Well, ladies and gentlemen, Mario, give them the facts. Who we're joined by?
We are. We are joined by Lawrence Okolie of Hackney, London, United Kingdom. 16-0 with 13 KOs, which is an 81% knockout rate. My man is the current WBO cruiserweight champion, world cruiserweight champion, and he is coming fresh off of his March 2021 sixth round KO of Glowacki. Huge win, huge moment. And yeah, Lawrence, thank you for joining us.
Stupendous.
Oh, sweet. Thank you for having me. I'm excited to be here. I've watched a lot of you guys, a lot of your stuff. I'm a subscriber as well, so it's good to be here.
Oh man, that's awesome.
That's amazing. So I think I'm gonna go straight into the rap career, man. I know you don't want to freestyle. A lot of our audience wants to hear something. I know that we've given your YouTube channel. We've seen the videos. When did you start doing that? Has that?
Well, I mean, to the point of the videos, it was last year. Before it was just messing around with my friends, but during lockdown there was no fights. Training slowed down a little bit with Corona and everything like that. So I just wanted to spend some days. So I kind of used it as like something fun to do. But then after a few times in the studio, we're getting a little bit better. So I just thought we'll put something out there, and I got a good response, and I'll probably put some more stuff out there. But right now I'm just in between lots of different things. Like I just enjoy keeping myself busy doing stuff.
Just as a follow-up, do you think that it's helped with your social media? Do you think you've gained followers that didn't know you were a boxer?
Maybe. It's hard for me to tell, do you know what I mean? But what I would say is definitely that in terms of commercial stuff, I know stuff has come off the back of it. So people already know that I'm a boxer, but it's like when you show, he does a little bit of rap and he knows a few British rappers, and it kind of creates another avenue. So you kind of stand out from that. Being another aggressive boxer. Not saying I'm not aggressive, but it kind of adds another layer to you.
Anybody want to jump in? I don't want.
Listen. Coming off of that Glowacki fight, that was a huge win. Just talk to us about where you're at this point, coming off of that win, and what you I guess what the next big goal is for you.
For me, obviously I'm happy to be world champion and stuff, but for me it was kind of standard. Like I just always said from when I finished at the Olympics, I was like, I'm turning pro, I'm gonna win a world title by the next Olympics. Obviously it got pushed back, but I still managed to do it, so that's good. So for me it was standard. I wasn't overly excited or anything like that. It was just matter of fact, I'm happy I got the belt. Better to be world champion than not be world champion. But for me, the next steps obviously is to defend it, because I think when you win a vacant title, you have to defend it against the mandatory, and then you're free to go and do what you want. So God willing, I'm able to get past my mandatory, then I'll start looking for unifications and stuff. We were looking for the Braders fight, but I believe he might be going up to heavyweight, but we'll have to wait and see what happens there. But there's other champions. Like for me, it's all good being a champion and stuff like that, but I don't really, not to say I don't care, but for me I'm just more interested in seeing how far I can go with the talent that I've been given. Do you know what I mean? So I'm gonna definitely risk it.
So is it confirmed that you're on the AJ undercard?
I would say 90%. You never know. Do you know what I mean? Obviously I've been meaning to fight several times this year, but for one reason or another it gets pushed back. So it's looking like that date, but I can't be. I was meant to actually box in America, for example, in August, and then that got push back. So like, at this stage, I don't know. I'm just training and just waiting to see what happens.
Does go ahead.
Yeah, no, Lawrence, how you doing? It's Alex here with you. Thanks for coming on the show. You know, I'm seeing you right now, man. You look pretty big, and you're fighting at the cruiserweight, right? How much are you walking around right now?
I can't say exactly, but it's heavy.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? But
I hear you.
He said it's heavy. That's good.
It's heavy. Nah, the arms. You look like a true heavyweight. So
Word, you look wild.
I was just curious.
I walk around, but this is even the heaviest that I walk around. Like, I'm actually in a decent place, I would say now, for how far away my fight is. But for me, I walk around quite heavy, but I'm good at cutting the weight over time, and like, because I'm naturally quite fit. It's easy once I start training, like, and dieting. Because right now, no, like, do you know what I mean? Right now they're doing a barbecue down, so I'm just enjoying, making sure I train hard. But when it's time to, put it in, okay, this is what I'm eating today, I'll do it. But for right now, I'm just enjoying.
What's your goal in the cruiserweight? Do you think that you'll be able to unify or undispute, or are you just looking for another big name fight and then possibly moving up? Because there's been so many, I guess, headlines with your sparring with Dillian Whyte, and people kind of already anticipating you at heavyweight. So what's your timeline and goals?
For me, like, I don't have any particular ones. Obviously, I'd love to be undisputed at cruiserweight. However, after winning this belt, I realised it's not all sunshine and roses and I want this fight, and then you get that fight. That's not how it works. It's quite, I want this fight. Well, I would love to get you this fight, but this is in the way. So obviously, for me, I just make sure that at all times my promoter, my management, my trainer knows that all I want right now is to unify, become undisputed. If it's possible to happen when I'm still able to make the weight and I'm still fit and healthy and happy, then cool. If not, then I'm just gonna see what happens day by day.
Lawrence, people have been seeing a lot of improvement under the tutelage of Shane. What's the biggest difference you feel he's given to you?
I think it's confidence, like, really, because ultimately, like, a lot of the stuff I do isn't like elaborate or like, have you seen the way that I suddenly, throw 10 punch promenade? That's not what happens. You know what I mean? It's just very simple, standard tactics, but it's the application and the mindset to do it. So there's been lots of times where I've chosen like easier ways. Obviously, a lot of people talk outside the ring, but in the ring, it's a very different thing in terms of what it's like. So obviously, I'm quite physically strong, and I punch reasonably, not amazingly hard, I punch reasonably hard. I'm quite long. So these pose certain threats. But for me, when I'm in there, I like complete control and dominance, and like, this is what's happening here. So I feel in past fights, I've done stuff like, excessive holding or, like made it messy, because in my mind, that's me winning them seconds as opposed to the guy in boxing. But with Shane, Shane doesn't like that at all. You know what I mean? So every time I try in the gym, there's a, stop, do it properly, blah, blah, blah. And I just realised that I'm a lot more dangerous and my opponents are having a lot worse time when I'm actually punching them as opposed to the other stuff. So lots of different things, just keeping it nice and simple, and just being confident in what I'm doing.
I was going to ask you about working with Shane as well. I know Daniel Dubois is also working with Shane McGuigan now. So I was going to ask you if you've had the opportunity to work with Daniel at all. And then I'd like you to rank Makabu, Bradis, Gulamarian, and the KO doctor, Dordikos. How do you rank those guys? 1 through 4, yeah.
So the Dan one, obviously I've sparred Dan for years. We were on the Great Britain team together. I've sparred him even when we were with different trainers, and now we're with the same one. I was helping him, he had a fight not too long ago. So even though, I was at the early part of the camp, I was still coming and get some rounds in, help him out that way. But him, he's very, very good, really, really good puncher. I think he's probably one of the best punchers that I've actually been in the ring with, in terms of like, you can actually feel when the shot lands, okay, something's different there, so definitely a really good puncher. And he's speeding up as well. I don't want to say too much. I let everyone see when he fights. And then in terms of like the cruiserweights, other than myself, I would say obviously you rank Bradis above the rest of them because he's obviously got a win over Dulcich. You know, good close fight. I loved watching. Then I would actually put Dulcich as second, even though he hasn't got a belt. Because
Me too.
I don't know what he's doing now, but he's someone that I watch and say, you know what, that's a proper fight. Do you know what I mean?
Oh,
So
yeah.
he's really good. Then I would say the other ones, it's hard to. Makabu probably out of experience, but it's hard to say. Do you know what I mean? Who's better out of him and like Guillemarian, for example. So I would probably say I'd have an easier fight with Makabu, but Makabu's probably better in my opinion than the other one, Guillemarian. But that's just my opinion.
Lawrence, one last follow-up as far as the work you've put in with Shane. It's clear that you've sharpened your jab. Is that something that you can attribute to your work with Shane?
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, if it wasn't shown before and it's shown now, then he can have it. I made him have battles with him because like he loves it. He absolutely loves it. Like, yeah, Shane McGuigan, Lawrence, I got shit. Like, it's just it's good for him. But for me, it's standard. It is what it is. I'm happy. Every day I'm in the gym, I'm working on different stuff, and you know when I'm sparring, I know what I'm looking for. So I'm just like I said, I'm just in a good place mentally, and we'll see. And like, if it's the jab, if it's the right, I don't really know, but it's all come together a lot better.
Awesome. What are your thoughts on Bridger weight?
It depends. I think it's good and bad. Obviously, I mean, I think it obviously it's similar to cruiserweight where it doesn't have the same feeling and glamour as like a heavyweight. Do you know what I mean? So
Yeah.
Regardless, it's going to be its own place. It has its place and it has its reason. But I doubt that the Bridgeweight division, at least not straight away, is going to be glamorized. And I'm a Bridgeweight world champion. Would I do it? Yes, I would. However, it's not something that I look at and say like, you know, this is it. Unless it's like sort of, for me, it will be a good sort of segue into like heavyweight boxing anyway, because you know I don't want to say I walk around that, but the Bridgeweight is not like anything scary to me. Do you know what I mean?
Plus, it sounds better to call yourself a 3-division champ, right?
Yep.
Gets it. That's a guy that gets it.
Who are the top challengers at Bridgerweight? I mean, that you see out there. I mean, Oscar Rivas, I think, is said he might fight at that weight. Have you heard of anybody else potentially contesting for that title?
Brian Jennings, I heard that.
Yeah, Brian Jennings.
1 second. Yo. I'm just doing an interview. What? Yeah, so go on. I think I haven't really looked at it that well. But Rivas obviously because you know he's only because I actually know who he is because of his fight with Dylan White, and it was quite dangerous. I think he dropped Dylan in that fight. Him, strong Olympian, you know what he's good with. Then obviously Brian Jennings, he's someone that I've sparred, really good, really fit, experience and stuff like that. So I like sparring with him. Who else is there in that weight? I don't really know anyone else that's in that weight class. You know what I mean? But who else is in it? Do you know?
I mean,
Lawrence,
Brandon Glanton had some words for you. I'm sure you heard the interview, or I was told you heard the interview. What do you think of the American that fought on Fox and PBC, and he beat the Nigerian F.A. Apuchi Tobar?
Well, that was a good fight in Minnesota at the Armory.
I think it's great that there's an American cruiserweight. It was. For me, like, you know what I mean. I just like when people have fights like that. To me, it shows me that they're on a similar level anyway. So it's good to see them have a really good, exciting fight back and forth. And it was good. It was good that he's able to. Obviously, I'll root personally for the Nigerian because obviously I'm Nigerian as well. But he did what he had to do and he done it well. Do you know what I mean? It was exciting. He was really composed. Since then, I've gone back and watched some of his amateur stuff, some of his other fights, and he's someone that I rate. He's a good fighter, strong, confident, robust, dips well under shots, comes over his own. So he's someone that I'm sure as long as I'm able to continue winning, then me and him will definitely see each other, and then we'll find out who's food and who's the one eating it.
I laughed because I felt like that was almost a shot, because you said when guys have a fight like that, that means they're on the same level. So you mean because it was back and forth, he didn't separate himself enough in your eyes? You think obviously you're a better boxer, or are you looking at it that way, or did I misinterpret what you said?
No, I know that I'm a better. I know that I'm a better boxer than him. That's standard. But in terms of a fight, being a better boxer is only one part of it. Do you know what I mean? Of course, I'm a lot longer than him, a lot faster with single shots, better with my movement pattern. But obviously, what he's really good at is, he's very good at, he seems like he's got a good chin, seems like he can take a good punch, and he's not afraid to go in and exchange. So that has its own dangers. But then ultimately, when I actually look at him and say, like, him as a boxer, he's good, but he's not like anything that you would, cry about if they said this is your mandatory or anything like that. So what I do like is that he's an American. Britain versus America is always amazing. He knows how to talk, so we love that side as well. So hopefully, when me and him, can make it happen, and there'll be some sort of fireworks. But when it's actually about the fight, like he's not anything amazing. He's okay.
I mean, is he worth your American debut, or is that not the level of fight you're looking for to make an American debut? Because I know they're bringing Dillian here, Matchroom.
I think he's. Well, I don't know any other cruiserweights in America, but he has to be at least the top 1 or 2 in America. So that's a very, very solid one. He's beaten an undefeated fighter in his last fight. He's undefeated himself with a good KO ratio. So all in all, he ticks all of the boxes. Like, I'm only now just becoming a world champion. So it's not like I'm some experienced guy. Yeah, he can get the shot. It's just he's a good fighter that believes he's, capable of being a world champion. So we'll have to wait and see.
Is that an AJ boxing medallion you're wearing on your chain?
Don't ask me that question.
Oh yeah, this one. Yeah, this one's an AJ. Yeah.
Okay. So how does one go about receiving one of these medallions?
I don't really know. Obviously I'm signed under his management and we're friends and stuff like that. So I got this a few years ago. So I don't really know that. Yeah, just I guess being part of the 258 banner helps.
Okay.
Speaking of how you receive jewelry, do you expect to get another Eddie watch if you unify?
This is what he said. However, behind closed doors, the conversations me and him have been having, he's trying to run him out of it. But under the spotlight, when the lights and camera are on, if I'm able to get a good knockout, who knows? Who knows what could happen?
Well, we got some questions from the people over here in America. Israel Weber in Oklahoma says, when you dropping the next track? When in Oklahoma next? Lunch on
asking.
me.
When people talk about my music, one more time. What was the last thing?
Oh, he said, when in Oklahoma next? Lunch on him.
Next time you're in Oklahoma State, yeah.
Oklahoma, in the United States.
Yeah, he's done bought everyone a lunch.
Yeah. No problem. I'll probably drop some music probably before this fight, just because I've got so much stuff there just sitting there. But for me, it's just a bit of fun, so I'll probably drop something before this fight. Thank you for asking. I appreciate it. It makes it a little bit more worthwhile. And yeah, when I'm there, 100% we'll do something.
Next one's coming in from Ruin the 504, and he says, after winning your first world title, how do you plan to close out 2021?
For me, it's about God. Like, we're hoping. You have to take every fight very, very seriously. Hoping to defend my title against my mandatory, and if I'm able to do that in good fashion with no injuries, there's a potential. Let's not get carried away. Potential for unification or something at the end of this year or early part of next year. So it depends. But most importantly, I need to, defend, my world title, and then we can see, because none of these conversations happen if I slip up. So I'll go on and handle business.
All right. Next was coming in from Steve in the UK. Says, "Hi, Lawrence. Thanks for coming on the show and huge congrats on the title win. Now, I'm not sure if you listened to the show, but TBV's illustrious host, Ness, was quite critical of your last rap track, and I quote, 'This song is trash. ABC rap.'
Lies.
What do you have to say about this,
Yo,
bitch?
this
And would you
dude's
be interested in
disrespectful.
battling Ness on the mic?"
I don't even
Once
rap.
again-
He's lying.
No,
He's
No.
lying.
I would not be interested in battling anybody. And for me, like I said, I'm just enjoying myself. As long as I can sit back and say I like this, none of it matters. I put it out there. Same with my boxing. It's gonna get criticised, and you just have to be able to take it on the chin. Still come give a good interview. Maybe you heard someone say this. Maybe you didn't. Maybe it doesn't matter. Who knows? But it's all good regardless. You know what I mean? I'm just happy to be here. Happy to be alive.
They just want to keep that US-UK rivalry, man, and
That's
it doesn't
exactly
need to.
what
It
they're-
doesn't need to exist. It doesn't need to exist, man.
He closed it out with saying, "Once again, thanks for coming on the show, Steve in the UK."
Steve in the UK. I
Man,
got my
happy to
eye
be here.
on you, Steve. I got my eyes on you.
Oh man, he wants you to go head up with the champ. Next one's coming in from Ryan O'Rourke. He says, "I'm a beast.
No,
I'm
no,
a
no. Come on. You got to do it with
hold
the
on,
voice.
hold on. I didn't know.
You
I
got to
didn't
do
know.
it with the voice, man. I'm a beast.
I'm gonna have to
I'm
try
a
to get
savage.
my British accent in there. I'm a beast. I'm a savage. Gonna cause you damage. Roll pussies in a spliff. You got better life than Brandon."
Yo, that goes hard. That goes hard.
Yo,
Bro.
my question is, are you planning at sticking at cruiser, or are you planning on moving up to bridgerweight? Moving up. Bridgerweight is a perfect stepping stone to see if you can get yourself to heavyweight.
Kind of answered that.
Yeah, I agree. For me, I'm not in any rush. If this camp I struggle to make weight, then maybe the next camp. Do you know what I mean? But right now, it's so. As much as I walk around heavy, it's actually so easy because I train hard. I know how to diet well, and ultimately for me, I never lose any strength or power as I drop weight. If anything, I get a little bit sharper, a little bit, more switched on as I lose a bit of weight. But I enjoy eating so much. So it's like, do I enjoy life or do I, you know what I mean? Just
What's your
stuff like that. I
favorite
feel like the
food?
reason why I'm able to. What did you say?
Your favorite food?
Probably Caribbean foods.
Oxtails?
If not that, then a bit of Italian.
Oh man, oxtail.
I don't eat meat. I don't eat meat anymore.
Oh, we got a fellow vegetarian, bro.
That's at one stage.
Yeah, that's what's up. I'm a
Yeah, them.
vegetarian too, fam. Big up for that one.
Oh, sweet.
Let me ask you something, Lawrence.
I used to be a vegetarian. I did it for 2 years, man. How long you guys been vegetarian?
Five years now.
Wow.
Oh,
Yeah.
good, man.
I've been about that, maybe a bit longer. And before that, I had cut out red meat. I was only eating like fish and poultry for a bit, and no dairy. But let me ask you something, Lawrence. You've mentioned Britain and Nigeria. Like, how do you identify yourself? You identify as Igbo, Nigerian, British, or kind of all three?
What's the three? No, obviously I'm British born, Nigerian heritage. So, do you know what I mean? It's nothing. Like, obviously, I've got nothing but love for my parents and respect for the culture that I come from. So, I'm always gonna represent Nigeria. I'll be heading back there after this next fight. So it's all good.
Yeah.
And then obviously I represented Great Britain. This is where I grew up, where all my friends are, where my boys are. So, I'll be lying to say if I didn't say I represent Great Britain. So similar to the two.
No, the other one I asked about was Igbo, because I have a few good friends who are of that ethnic group. And I assume from your name that you're Igbo as well.
Oh, sorry, yeah. Well, I'm half and half. So my dad is Igbo and my mom's Yoruba. So I'm half of both. Yeah.
Oh, there you go. So you like fully Nigerian and all inclusive. I got you. Thanks, Fair.
Okay, the next Patreon question is coming in from James Valdez from San Antonio, Texas. Says, what's the backstory on the nickname, the Sauce?
I love it. I love the nickname. I'm not gonna lie to you. However, it was I would say almost an accident. On my first press conference, you know, when I first turned pro, I gave like a little speech about how boxing is like a burger and blah, 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 blah. And the most important thing is everyone's own special sauce on their burgers. And then like, sauce? Sauce. All right, you know what? That's your nickname. And then from there, I've had to kind of go with it. It came with pressure. But it's fine. You know, I managed to take it to become a world champion. So, you know.
Yo, because out here in the States, if I say, yo, he about to give him the sauce, it's like he about to whoop his ass.
Yeah. Sauce is an aggressive term out here.
It's universal. They get it.
Like, yo, you ain't ready for the sauce.
See, after they accuse me,
and so far,
after they accuse me of not liking your rap, they're in the chat now saying, "Look, Ness Energy Chain, he don't want the sauce. He don't want the sauce." So you see, we use it differently over here.
Mm-hmm.
Next one's coming in from Big Casual.
It's all the same. It links as well.
Sorry, but next one's coming in from Big Casual. Says, "What's up, champ? With you and AJ being good friends, would you ever fight him once you move up to heavyweight?"
He's someone that I wouldn't fight. Because I'm someone that's very good on like loyalty in certain aspects. So, for example, he's done nothing but be loyal to me. I've returned the favor, vice versa. Also, just on a personal level, if I tried to fight him, no matter if they offered me 100 mil, my mum would stop talking to me. So I can't have that. Do you know what I mean? Sometimes I think she likes him more than me, but it just is what it is. You know what I mean? You just have to take it on the chin.
All right. Next one's coming in from Coach Myers in Connecticut. He says, "Is it safe to say you have the best promoter in the game? Hearn put you on the Linares versus Corolla undercard, Spence versus Brook card, Ricky Burns versus Adango unification fight, and you were supposed to be on Joshua versus Klitschko undercard."
Yeah, but what's the question, sorry?
So he says, "Is it safe to say you have the best promoter in the game?"
Oh, yeah, by far. You forgot to mention the Rolex that he got me and the various other stuff, how my life has changed through boxing, you know, and our partnership. You know, there's a few other people that tried to sign me at the, you know, start of my boxing career. And, you know, some of them even offered more money in the short term. But something about, you know, the outfit with Matchroom I believed in. And it's paid off, you know, even when I've had some fights that weren't the most glamorous. Kept on grinding, kept on believing, and you know we've managed to get in positions. Although I do believe, you know, in terms of me getting a world title shot, a lot of it has been on the fact that I'm not the type that says no to fighting people. So when I boxed for the British title, it was early in my career against someone who was quite seasoned at the time. Okay, when I boxed for the, you know, Commonwealth, it was against undefeated fighter. When I headlined the O2 against Isaac Chamberlain at the time, no one knew he was going to be better. I still took the fight, and so on and so forth, and winning the European. So I've done all of the necessary steps. But yeah, still in terms of promoter, Eddie Hearn, I mean, you can just see worldwide, he probably has to be, you know, one of the best promoters that there's been. We can argue that almost, in my opinion.
All right. This one's coming in from Brandon Maurice, who says, "Who are your favorite UK drill artists?"
Probably just Digger D, Unknown T. I'll just say them two are the ones that I can think of off the top of my head right now. Dutch as well.
I think I got like a couple of British artists on my playlist.
I got a couple Dutch.
I gotta see if any of them are Diggy D or Dutch.
Real quick, since you guys got a break there, I just want to say I am being told by the producer that Brandon Glanton is watching live.
Brandon Glanton?
Yeah, the cruiser.
Yeah.
Say what?
Yeah.
The one that beat
Next question. Next question.
Next question is Jeff Gorley, and I think it's Jeff Gorley from Nova Scotia, right, Ness?
Yes, sir.
All right. He says, "Hey, champ, I'm a fan from Nova Scotia." There you go. "I appreciate you for commenting respect on Ryan Rozecki's Instagram
Sorry,
page."
you're cutting out. I can't hear you.
All right, cool. We'll do the replay on that one. Jeff Gorley says, "Hey champ, I'm a fan from Nova Scotia. I appreciate you for commenting respect on Ryan Rozecki's Instagram page. He looks forward to coming to the UK to take that strap in the very near future. God bless, champ, and respect." Now, this is Jeff Gorley, a longtime TBV supporter, man, and he's like the ultimate promoter for Ryan Rozecki.
He's Ryan Rozecki's promoter friend
slash lawyer
publicist,
slash brother,
matchmaker. He's gonna get that guy a big fight one day. Have you ever heard of Ryan?
Yeah, no, like I said. Yeah, no, I've seen him on Instagram. Like, for me personally, like, I'm quite narcissistic, so every now and again I'll have a little nosy on Instagram or on social media or on ThaBoxingvoice and see what's people saying about Lawrence. And I see that's how I know who BG is, Mr. Glanton. That's how I know who Mr.
Rozecki.
Ryan is as well. Do you know what I mean? And for me, like, I've always yes, and for me as well, like with people like Brandon, people like Ryan, I kind of always, chuck it to myself that I've heard it throughout my whole career because I've been an Olympian. I think he did. Brandon get to the Olympics or not?
I don't know, Brandon. You're watching. He actually wants to come on, but I don't want to have you guys. And you have a bit of a delay. No, but you have a delay. You haven't noticed it.
Please allow him to.
You haven't noticed that you have a delay. There's a delay. I don't know.
Yeah, and there is a delay, definitely. But still, you can come on and we can have a delayed discussion.
He wants all the sauce.
Like a rapper.
But how many questions left for Patreon? Let's stick to the.
I thought that was it.
Oh, is that it?
Yeah. No. I think I refreshed. Yeah, we had just a few more, just a couple more, just two more. Next one was coming in from line 6 Reed. Line 6 Reed. Reed, right? All right, deciphered that one. Line 6 Reed says, "Do you think that there's any fighter on Boots level?" That's Jaron Ennis Boots as a welterweight. Been making a lot of noise.
Well, I mean, all of the champions. You know what I mean, like welterweight. So he's able to, go on and beat some of them. Then yeah, but at welterweight, that's the thing that you got to take very seriously. So are there people on his level? Perhaps, but there's people that are probably above it at the moment as well until it's time to prove otherwise. So best of luck to him, and I'm gonna look out for him as well.
All right, and the last Patreon question is from Emmanuel Torres. What rep it says, as an elite boxer, do you have a nutrition guru or for supplementation and vitamins for each fight? Okay.
A nutrition guru? No, for me, it's just about knowing, what works with me, what doesn't work with me. I do have meal prep as well. I've got a wonderful friend of the family that cooks up my vegan meals and make sure when it's time to knuckle down, I'm ready to. Because when I'm in this part, I'd say I'm fighting in September. I'm about 9 weeks out, so this is about the right kind of time to start. All right, no pizza, no chips, no, I won't have that milkshake. No, okay. So, and I start, grains, rices. Okay, I'm gonna go to bed at 10, wake up at 7, 8. So I start getting into the routine more. Because for me, like, I just feel like obviously each to their own, but I'm in the sort of process where it's like I do stuff because I want to do it. Do you know what I mean? So I train hard because I want to. I diet because I want to, and I like to know that no matter what happens in life, I'm having fun when I'm doing it. So when I'm boxing for a world title, I'm not in the back room. This is the biggest moment of my life. I need to. No, I'm just in there chilling out with my coach, saying we do it every day. When I'm boxing in front of X amount of fans, whatever I'm doing, I'm enjoying myself. So same way with dieting, I enjoy myself. So as much as I'm losing weight, I still have fun with it.
That's awesome, because that's half the battle is dieting, man. I mean, the heavyweights don't have to worry about it too much, but anybody that you got to be on point, man, because it can drain you if you don't do it the right way. If you don't know how to manipulate the liquids. So that's awesome, brother, that you got that on lock.
Definitely. Yeah, was that the last
Yeah, I
one?
mean, as you've seen, you've never ever seen me in one fight look tired or weak or.
Yeah.
That was the last one, Mario, for the Patreon questions. If anybody else
You've
wants.
never seen me look tired or weak in any fight.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I haven't.
It's that plant-based diet, fam. You know what I mean?
Oh, I thought okay. I thought there was a delay
Oh yeah, I
response.
thought the
Sorry.
delay was. Yeah, that's
I'm
okay. Yeah,
All
no,
right.
I'm seriously blown away with you know, how many times I hear from people like you who are physically strong and they maintain a vegan diet. It makes me think that I need to try it at some point. You know, I've always been worried about, you know, the energy and the ability to maintain protein, but I mean, if you can do it, I'm sure anybody could.
Mario, check out Game Changers on Netflix, and also check out what Valdez did to Bert Choate. He's
Yes.
a plant-based dude right there.
Definitely. I've been having that game change on my Netflix queue for a little bit. I need to watch that.
Yeah.
But yeah, those are
Me too. Me too. I ain't even watched it myself.
yeah, no, it looks good. But yeah, those are our questions. Lawrence, we want to thank you so much for coming on. And if at this time you want to give your social media so that people can follow you and wait for that big fight, hopefully coming at the end of the year or early next year.
Yes, you can follow me at Lawrence Okolie. So it's my name, Lawrence, and then Okolie, as long as you guys put it up there on Instagram. And just man, thanks for watching. Clay, Brandon, thanks for watching as well. Hopefully see you soon. Thanks to all of the other people out there around the world. Do you know what I mean? So we're just having fun right now. Enjoy.
Lawrence, you're on Twitter too, right?
Yeah, my Twitter is Lawrence_TKO.
All right, I found you. I'm following.
TKO.
I'm following you right now, Chad.
Perfect.
All
Awesome.
right, that's Lawrence
Thank you
Okolie,
so much, Lawrence.
WBO
Have a good day, champ.
cruiserweight champ, all the way from Great Britain.
1 second.
Cheers.
Yeah, man. Listen, great fighter, great rapper. Can't wait to see what he's got, coming for the rest of the year.
There
And
we go. Those are the knockouts right there.
Those unified fights are big time, Oh man, look at that.
And those are the gloves he won them with.
Gorgeous.
That's a nice display case,
Yo,
man.
that is
Still got the
dope.
blood on them. What do you think this is? This is still got the blood on them. Come on.
Wow.
Oh, that's crazy.
That's a hell of a
man.
talking
I love
piece.
that belt. That colorful. What's that one? That's the
Commonwealth.
Yes. I love that belt.
And that's that. But what does it all really mean? Sorry, I'm gonna let you guys go. But when it's all said and done, belts, wins, they don't really mean anything. What matters is real life, making sure that you're telling the people that you're close to that you love them. I'm just trying to find a wife. I might come to America for one. If you guys know any good women out there as well, let me know
I got
as well.
you, champ.
There's good women in the States, bro.
Yo,
and
like
they
Spanish
dig,
women, I
they
got
dig
you.
the UK accent. You know what I mean?
Okay. Until then, I'm going to go and enjoy the barbecue. And it was good to see you guys.
Oh, wow. Stay blessed, brother.
Stay blessed.
Yo, if you enjoyed the video, feel free to hit the like, subscribe, and share. As always, if you want to support us to the next level, head over to the patreon.com/ThaBoxingVoice. We have tons of exclusive from Border Wars and title, betting shows, the list goes on and on and on. But in addition to that, if you guys have questions for fighters, trainers, and promoters, this is where you can submit them. We will run out, get these questions answered, and put it back on the show just for you guys. Appreciate it. Peace.